Moi everyone and welcome to Finish Your Plate. So today I'm going to be making a summertime classic, which is a blueberry pie. In Finland, this is a common dessert, especially during bilberry season, when everybody goes out in the forest and picks their own berries and makes pies from them. Um, in Finland, it's actually there's a law as well as other Scandinavian countries, Sweden, Norway, I think Denmark too, which is called the everyman's law, which basically means that you are allowed to go anywhere where there's a forest. You are allowed to go there, pick berries, pick mushrooms as you wish for your own use, and use them. That's why foraging for berries and mushrooms is so popular over there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with, I have some butter here. Um, I'd say this is about, I'd say this is about 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm just gonna take this. I'm just gonna cream this butter together with about, this is about a half a cup of sugar. So the butter has already been sitting out in room temperature for a little while, so it's soft. Now that the butter and sugar have been creamed into this mixture, so here I have some cardamom pods. So normally cardamom is a seed pod like this. It's white. It's kind of hard. These are white cardamom pods. And so cardamom is very commonly used in any kind of sweet dishes in Finland. And when you peel this open, there are the seeds inside. But cardamom is one of those spices where it kind of loses its pungency very quickly. So now I'm just going to use some of that ground cardamom. That in there. And also I have here about a teaspoon of baking powder. And then about a cup, just over a cup and a quarter of flour. Plain all-purpose flour. So we're just going to mix those. So this is going to be our base batter, base dough for the crust. And here it seems actually that my hands might be a better tool for this. I'm just going to use my hands and just mix it all together. There we go. Oh, I can smell the lovely aroma of cardamom. So now that it's kind of come together, we're just going to add an egg to it. All right, so now that the crust dough has come together, I'm going to take my pie mold and then just put that in and spread it evenly across the whole mold. Might take a bit depending on the size of your mold. So since the dough is very sticky, I'm just going to coat my rubber spatula with a little bit of cooking oil. Rub it all over and use that instead to spread it. While the crust is baking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the filling. So we're going to take some of this fire yogurt. Now, quark is a very common ingredient in Finland. It's kind of like a cheese, soft cheese, made from cow's milk. But quark is not very easily available in the US. I found out that this fire yogurt actually is a very good substitute for quark. You can sometimes find quark in Russian stores but I find that the texture is sometimes a little bit different than what of the quark that we have in Finland. Gonna add an egg. Also, I'm gonna add, this is only about half a cup of sugar. I'm also going to add just about a tablespoon of cornstarch. That's because the blueberries that I have are frozen, so they're a little bit on the wetter side. I'm actually gonna sprinkle the cornstarch in here with the blueberries. Gonna mix them around. All right, and I'm gonna mix this mixture around. And one thing that I'm gonna add is just a touch of vanilla. Actually looks like I'm gonna use the rest of the container for this, just because I like it a little bit on the cheesier side, if you will. And my pie mold is kind of large. There you go. Now I'm gonna add the blueberries in here. However, I'm not going to add all of them. I'm gonna add some of them. There we go. And let's add some of that cardamom for good measure. Okay, so the pie crust is out of the oven. So I'm just going to spread this blueberry yogurt mixture on top. There we go. And at this point, I'm going to sprinkle the rest of my blueberries on top. Okay, so this is going to go back in the oven to a 400-degree oven. This is going to cook for a little while. There's so much liquid in here. I'm going to say it could take like 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes. Let's see. Okay, so 30 minutes in the oven, and it's been cooling for about 30 minutes. And this is what we have. There we go. And of course, this needs to be served with some vanilla sauce or ice cream. There you go. Blueberry pie, Finnish style. Thanks for watching. Like the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Finish Your Plate.